I think particularly when the summer is getting hotter and photochemical smog actually is getting worse. The long week of high pollution, we didn't see as much in the last few years, but particularly this year, this is really not that good.
So maybe you can explain what is photochemical smog and does the heat make it worse?
Okay, photochemical smog and ozone, actually both are pollutions. One is gas, that is the ozone. Photochemical smog usually is related to the particulates that is formed in the atmosphere from actually both ozone and photochemical smog are formed by with the sunshine, very strong. Some of the pollutants that is coming from our emission will form in the atmosphere, and this both of the ozone and the photochemical smog are really bad for the health because they are very small particle coming into the lung, and then ozone are also very reactive and they can attack the lung. Both are secondary pollutants.
And so what have you found since doing your research, which started over a year ago?
Well, the research is looking into what are the pollutants contributing to the formation of ozone and photochemical smog. And there's a lot of equipment being brought in and got measured in all around the Pearl River Delta and Hong Kong. And what the research is about identifying the sources. And this is still ongoing, but the new equipment that brought in by different groups and is identifying that all around this region, what type of conditions as well as what type of sources, like during typhoon situation, when this region the wind is weaker, as well as the combination of the different sectors. Like when we see photochemical smog, it's actually a very, very large region. Like things are not just in Hong Kong, but a whole region. When we actually go out to the ships, go out to the ocean area outside Hong Kong, the concentration is actually even higher. When we fly up in the upper part of the helicopter going up, the concentration are also much higher. So this shows that this is really a very large regional problem, and we really need the collaboration of the whole region to understand as well as solve the problem.
I mean, when you talk about identifying sources, and you've mentioned some things, such as the sunshine, etc., which would suggest there's natural sources for the cause of this. So what are the sort of not the natural sources that could be causing this pollution?
Okay, the natural sources is the man-made sources are like NOx, as well as what we call the volatile organic compounds. The volatile organic compounds are common things is anything you can smell, but there are also a big part of it you can't smell. So these are very, very large group of pollutants. It's emitted by almost, I would say, many, many different industries. And the problem of why this is difficult is that we have to understand the composition, like paint, solvent, gasoline, leaking, a lot of things contribute to these volatile organic compounds. And we have to find out which are the species in this region dominating the formation of ozone and the photochemical smog. And really, whenever you go around different place, you can smell different type of scent. Okay, these are volatile organic compounds, and which one is the most dominant species forming ozone and the photochemical smog is the objective of the project.
And why do you think that this sort of pollution doesn't dissipate the higher you get up into the sky?
It's because the pollution actually is formed, the ozone and photochemical smog are formed from the VOC and the sunlight in the atmosphere. So they are not like released in the surface. So they are when the VOC gone into the atmosphere, get mixed, and then with the sunshine, they form ozone. So they are actually forming in the atmosphere, and so it's not like they are forming on the surface. So the problem is also because they are forming in the atmosphere, can be carried by the wind to a large extent. So they are actually much larger than, I would say, the extent are much larger three-dimensionally.
And then when do you think you'll have some preliminary findings from your research?
Well, the research is ongoing. According to the plan, last year, the whole team has already gone out, make good measurement. Now the new instrument actually come in this year, and then we will also do another round of experiment, hopefully later this year, around October, and then another round next year. So results are coming in every time after we do the experiment, but by the end of 2023, we should have some better results that can really better understand different type of source, which one are important, which sector are giving rise to those emissions, and then we can work with the government to propose what are the possible measures.